What's up? I am not Naked Eli, the mostly unclothed gamer, but I am a frog, and today I'll be showing you how I beat 343 Guilty Spark on Legendary in about 4 minutes. Just like last time, if you'd like to watch this run without my commentary, I'll have a link in the description, and if you're interested in Halo CE speedrunning, then stick around this channel because I'll do a video on each level. If you haven't really paid attention to Halo CE speedrunning for the past few years, or since you watched Naked Eli however long ago, I'll just tell you in advance that his time in this level was 6 minutes and 59 seconds, so I cut it by almost 3 minutes. There has been a lot of new stuff developed for this level, and you can save a lot of time. So first off, you run back here in front of the Crash Pelican, and you do a really easy grenade jump. You just throw the grenade kind of where I did and jump kind of like how I did. You really don't need that much. Here you do a crouch slide, so on that slope you can crouch and then jump to get some distance. On that jump to the left, you can absolutely fall off there and have to reset. So if you want to be safe, you can go to the right. But hey, we are already at the facility. How about that? You're not supposed to be here that quick. So all of that stuff, even if you're worried about some of the harder tricks in this level, I mean, none of what I just did there was hard. So I would recommend at least learning that. Here you can jump all the way across and hit the button. I did not get it, but it only saves like a second if you do get it, so I didn't really worry about it. So here you come to this corner, and I am just holding forward. You can bounce off of this slope and hit the shield. You'll be fine. Assault rifle them out of the way. Throw a grenade there to take out some jackals. And here it's very important to take out as many of these grunts as you can, because you do not want to be getting shot at during this trick. Playing this level normally, you'd learn about the flood and would backtrack through here before entering this room across the light bridge. So this trick is basically just letting you get past that door early. This grenade jump has weird timing. You jump a little bit later than a normal grenade jump. If you jump too early, you won't go into the floor, and if you jump a little bit too late, you'll go on top of the floor. After jumping, you go to the right and land on part of the ceiling that you can't see. Most of this isn't solid, so you have to kind of tightrope or else you'll fall off. Here, there's a gap that you have to cross, but if you jump, you'll go out of the floor and on top of it. So you have to crouch and then uncrouch at the same time as you start walking forward, which causes you to bounce, and then crouch on a solid but invisible part of the wall to avoid bouncing off of it. Again, here you have to tightrope. If you walk to the left or the right, you'll fall off. My visual cue for jumping into the room is when the edge of the screen hits in between these two lines. You also have to make sure to jump a little bit to the left. There's a health pack back in that room if you need it. I had blue health, so I didn't really worry about it. Also, just say on that trick, I was really nervous about learning that one, and I had a lot of trouble learning it. You know, early on for my video beating Halo CE Legendary in under 90 minutes, that was probably the trick that I spent the most time on. It just takes practice. I mean, y'all can get it. You may look at that and say, oh man, that's too scary. I don't know if I can do it. You totally can. So here we are doing the same thing we did earlier, except this time on the left, we are hitting that slope and bouncing off the crates, getting hit by that flood. Sometimes he's there, sometimes he's not. And we want to pick up the camo because now we do a trick called camo jump.
I'll be right there.
You absolutely do not need a grenade to do this. You jump as late as you can, crouch onto this, and jump again. That's it. And there's a checkpoint right before here, so you can practice it over and over again. This shotgun on the ground I have never gotten before. Sometimes you can get a shotgun off of that flood I just killed, but getting the shotgun from the dead Marine was very fortunate. So here you can jump over that to save a little bit of time. These broken doors in the corridor, you want to kind of jump into the wall to get over them. You can absolutely lose time just trying to walk over them or not jumping over them correctly. So I'm not going to pause and like do a step-by-step for that. I mean, you can just watch what I did right there and try to copy it. It's not hard. Here, the easy route that I did in my 90 minutes video, I would not be going here. So if you want an easier than this trick, then I would watch that video, but here is a tough grenade jump. As far as single grenade jumps go, this is probably the hardest in the game. The grenade needs to be directly under you when it goes off because you need the maximum amount of the blast to make the jump. I throw it whenever I walk by this pillar, and then as far as where to place it, it's just something you'll have to practice. You can absolutely die here on your way out, and I lost one run because I died, but it is still safer than the way you're supposed to because that grenade jump means that there are no enemies spawned in here. So there may be a flood or two on the platform after your grenade jump you have to worry about, but I mean, you should be fine, and most of the time you will be fine. It also helped that I had the shotgun, which I normally would not have had. But here, this is the end of the level, and this is the worst part of the level for a speedrun. You know, I had a run that was much faster paced than this one. Maybe not much faster paced, but, you know, a few seconds faster. But I had the worst Sentinel spawn I have ever had. And it ended up My final time on this level was 4:33 in that run, whereas it should have been like, 4:05 like this, or maybe a little bit faster. But here you are just running through all of this. Sometimes you'll get unlucky and you'll just get absolutely melted by one of the flood, but you are typically fine. You have to pick up a plasma weapon. So off of one of these flood, you want to get a plasma weapon, preferably a plasma rifle instead of a plasma pistol, but if all you have is a plasma pistol, you can make that work. So here I am mostly just trying to stay alive because dying to these flood would be tragic. And the end of this level is tied to the sentinels dying. So the reason why you want a plasma weapon is so that you can kill these sentinels. So now they're both dead. The level is just on a timer before it ends, so I am just running around trying to stay alive, and that's the end of the level. For whatever reason, it wasn't letting me skip this cutscene, so I will fast forward to where it shows my actual time. MCC timer, it's a 4:05. HaloRuns.com rules, it's a 4:06. Either way, that's how you beat 343 Guilty Spark in about 4 minutes, and I will catch y'all next time.